Alaska Airlines, Transcon, JFK from SFO. Come join us. Up bright and early on our way to San Francisco International, 7 a.m. departure from San Francisco on a Boeing 737 MAX 9 service with Alaska Airlines. We've already done a review back in February for Alaska's short haul from San Francisco to San Diego, but now we're checking out their Transcon service, one of their longest flights in their network. We're going to be reviewing the boarding process, the hard product, the soft product, and overall how we feel about Alaska's Transcon service. Are they the best U.S. carrier? Starting out in Terminal 2 at SFO as always for Alaska Airlines. Actually, kind of busy this early on, and something we ran into is one of our family members doesn't have a smartphone, and so to be able to get a boarding pass was such a struggle because everything they kept referring to was go use the app, go online, this and that, and it was just so much of back and forth just to get a physical boarding pass. You just can't do it anymore, it seems. We got a plug, a USB input, and plenty of leg room right on the wing. Fun little livery here on the Toy Story plane. Fun fact, they do direct flights from a small airport north of San Francisco called Santa Rosa down to Santa Ana, which is the airport closest to Disneyland. That is a hidden gem if you want to deal with two very low-key airports. We push back on time for a nice sunrise here in the Bay Area, and we're 6th in line for departure with a few other Alaska planes in front of us. Now our boarding group was E out of A through F, so pretty much at the back. Luckily, Alaska almost always asks for upwards of 20 to 30 bags to be gate checked, just because there's not enough space in the overhead bins. So never pay for a checked bag on Alaska unless you absolutely have to due to size, but that's a pro tip, just bring it to the gate. We mentioned that back in the previous flight and it still holds true today. Great views right out of the left side of the plane. We get San Francisco with no fog, no clouds in the sky. One of the best views on approach, actually, when you're landing from the East Coast or Europe, but you also can get some great views here on Transcon flights, as long as you're departing from runways 1 left and 1 right. Now, a few days in advance, Alaska did offer us the ability to pre-order a small meal or snack, if you will, which was really easy through the app. We were able to book a cheese plate, which looked to be the most filling and simplistic. They had other things like a breakfast wrap, since this was a morning flight, as well as a salad. On our afternoon flight coming back, they actually had a burger and a couple more options that seemed to be a bit more filling. Cheese plate with some Biscoff and pretzels when they came through for service. I was honestly really full, especially from this cheese plate, so I would highly recommend. Pricing was about $10, and we utilized paying for it on our Alaska credit card. just the consumer card, and that gave us $2 off. So it was only $8 for all this food on a plane, and I was really happy. Shout out to their mint tea. I'd say it's the best tea in the skies. After being completely full from the cheese plate and snacks that they provided, wanted to check out their in-flight pamphlet to see what other snacks they have. As you can see here, they have some deli packs and Mediterranean tapas packs. Those are for if you do not pre-order. You can always buy those on board. Again, they were only $8. They had plenty of drinks and cocktails, which if you do pay for the extra premium seating in front, not first class, but just premium seating, you have free alcohol and a little bit of extra leg room. Wi-Fi was only $8, which is really reasonable for a 5+ hour flight. And then the in-flight map actually wasn't the best, unfortunately. But as you can see here, cheese plate, we pre-ordered on our app, as well as all of Alaska's partners, which is what makes their miles so valuable. So here you can see there's a 65,000 bonus miles here. We actually signed up for the 70,000 about 2 to 3 months prior to being on this flight, so we felt like that was a really great deal considering it's only 60,000 now. But Alaska's miles are extremely valuable because they're not only partnering with Bilt, which is a flexible currency, but you can also book One World partners through American Airlines miles. Some of the best items that come with it is the companion fare, where it's only $99 for your companion plus any taxes and fees, so this can be really valuable. And then you also get free bags and priority boarding. If you book your flight with the Alaska card, you have to book with the card. If you book with another card, you won't get any of those benefits. And then actually with my wife's cheese plate, there were no crackers in there, so they actually gave us a free deli pack so we could use the crackers as well as eat the rest of the snacks. About an hour before landing, they came around with a second drink service, which I was not expecting. That was a really nice touch. No snacks this time, but honestly I was still pretty full. We slowly made our way into New York's busy airspace. I think we did about 10 different turns just to get in line. Here's a view of what a regular route in Alaska Airlines looks like. We were on exit row on the return flight, but in regular economy on the way out. Cabin's really nice with the mood lighting and individual air vents and reading lights, which is typical on narrow-body Boeing planes. And here you can see the live location of your aircraft. It's not exact, unlike Southwest, which I really like their in-flight map. It kind of shows you the general spot that you are, but once you go past the airport and start doing turns, you really kind of can't know where you are unless you look out the window and can, see Manhattan or something like that. Otherwise, map or online entertainment was pretty good. So how much did we pay for this? This was actually for a wedding that we were going to, so we paid cash way back when because we didn't have any Alaska miles at the time. We paid about $450 round trip per person because it got us to JFK and it was direct. So probably could have found a better deal using miles. I think it was about 15,000 each way, so you'd come out to 30,000 round trip and get about 1.5 cents per point, which is okay for an economy redemption, but I would highly recommend getting the Alaska card if you plan on flying Alaska or any of their partners. Their points are very valuable. Overall, I would rate Alaska as one of the best US carriers because of the double service, being able to get your carry-on as a gate check for free, and then plenty of seating, individual air vents. Everything was actually really nice. Go Alaska. As always, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time.